Welcome to season 2 of the Energy Upgrade podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa, master biohacker and successful entrepreneur. In season 1 of the Energy Upgrade, you got to have a taste for my obsession in all things health, energy, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and biohacking, or how to take radical responsibility in living a life by design. As a certified health coach, integrated health practitioner, kinesiologist, and seasoned entrepreneur who built and sold a 7-figure business, I want to dive deeper in this season 2. After healing myself from burnout, from my health falling apart, my hormones leaving my body, I'm here to share everything I wish someone had told me. Every day, I have the incredible opportunity to be mentoring women and supporting them in becoming true magnetic energy bombs. I'm helping them remember who they were all along. It's so powerful that I want to take you in on the journey, almost as if you were a fly on the wall. You'll find that I'm not your typical health coach, and I'm not your typical business coach either. I'm somewhere in between with a lot of spirituality sprinkled in there. This podcast is a sacred place where I come and share with you things that will bring you a high return on investment, because yes, I'm all about ROI. Life goes fast, and if I can show you a shortcut or two, I'll have succeeded at bringing you value. Thank you for being here. Let's go.
Your time is now. Your energy is your life force. You want to be able to magnetize your wildest dreams. A liver detox is the fastest way to start healing. You can and you will.
Welcome back to another episode of the Energy Upgrade. This is your host, Vanessa Grutman. And today I'm excited to be diving into a conversation that changed everything for me. I want to talk about your expenders. And here I'm wondering if you know who your expenders are, or if you know what expenders are in itself. And the reason why I wanted to have this conversation today is because during my event, Biohack Your Energy, that I recently did, this hit a lot of people with a ton of bricks. Let me explain. We often think that the people that are around us in our life, therefore our family, maybe our high school friends, are the people that are supposed to be the expenders in our life. Yet, I don't know about you, but we can often find ourselves disappointed. These people might not understand those big dreams that we have. They might not have the same ambitions. And so sometimes it can feel demotivating. It can feel, it can even feel really sad when we realize that these people don't really care about our big goals. In fact, they would much rather us have small goals because, let's face it, it would make them feel much better about themselves. And so when I realized that, when I was in the midst of my healing and rebuilding from my burnout, and when I was really trying to shed some of my old ways of thinking, some of my old patterns, some of my old limiting beliefs, it became really clear that there was no reason to try to do this alone. But I also had, as I was trying to pull myself back up, I had to be really intentional about who I was deciding to let in my mind, to let in my energy, to have my frequency influenced by. It became critical. And so it became also very obvious that despite the fact that I love my family dearly, and maybe some old friends that I've seen since forever, they know me well. But the truth is they might not have the expertise. They might not be able to understand what I'm trying to do. And so, of course, they're not the people that can help me level up. Your expenders are the people that are perhaps 2-3 steps ahead of you. They can hold your hand, show you the pitfalls so you don't fall into them, and you can save time. But most importantly, they can hold the light for you so you know in which direction you're going. You know that your vision is held safely with them. And you know that you will never dream too much when you're sharing with your expenders. And so this is very, very, very important. No matter what journey you're on, maybe you're trying to build your business. Maybe you're trying to grow it to new heights. Maybe you're trying to launch the online side of your business. Maybe you are trying to heal your body. Maybe you're trying to make some big lifestyle changes. And in order to do that successfully and sustainably, you need to be supported. Who here, I'm sure as you're listening, you're thinking, who here has tried to do it alone? We've all tried to lose the weight, to change the lifestyle, to start eating better on our own. Did that last? Most of the time, it didn't. And if it did, it probably because you had a couple people in your close circle that really were believing in you, in your success, that were really pushing you, keeping you accountable. But most of us are not that lucky. We don't have these people in our immediate circle. So it is your responsibility to go and find these people. It is your responsibility to go get the help that you need, the guidance that you need, so that when you fall, you don't just stop. You just pick yourself back up and you go back at it. And that is hard to do when you're on your own. Because let's face it, life is a roller coaster. It is rarely this, coasting. There's always things that happen to you, in your family, your kids are sick, like there's extra work that you have to do and you're stressed and so, like, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's never just a straight line. And so you have to be surrounded if you want a shot at being successful, at achieving these big dreams and these big goals. You have to surround yourself wisely so that when you are hitting those low points, you still have momentum and you're still able to pick yourself back up, knowing exactly what is the next step that you need to do. Similarly, and maybe even more importantly, when you reach these big highs, when you just accomplish something incredible, when you're ready to celebrate, who is going to celebrate with you? Because trust me, when we celebrate, when we are leaning into our feminine energy, when we take the moment to acknowledge, to reward ourselves, that is when we create and ask for more. That is the frequency of abundance. But I don't know about you, but I know that in my beginnings, when I didn't have these expenders in my life, I was shy to celebrate my success. I wouldn't say anything to anybody. I would just kind of pat myself in the back and try to go back at it. But it's hard. There's not the same amount of energy that is created when you have someone by your side. And now I share here all the time how I've had multiple coaches in the last 2 years. And these coaches have helped me, each in their own way, help me really get to the next step that I wanted to go. And now again, I am supported and I'm clear on this. I will not try to do and to reach the big goals that I'm trying to reach on my own. I just won't. Why would I? Because I see now the difference in the lows, in the highs. I have my coach willing to be there, support me, hold the light, push me even farther. Like, okay, we've done that. Now what's the next step? And that's how we create this insane momentum forward. And probably you've seen it also in my own evolution just in the past 12 months. So my question to you is, who are your expenders? Jim Rohn says you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. When I heard that, I decided to take action and I handpicked those 5 people. And I handpicked those 5 people that would come into my life and that would be holding the light, that would be celebrating the successes with me, that would be pushing me to the next step. Not from a place of jealousy, but from a place of true celebration. And yes, sometimes you have to pay for these expenders. Sometimes the payment itself makes you accountable more than when it's free. And this I've seen time and time again. Trust me, this latest coaching that I've invested in, it costed me so much money that it put the fire under my butt. I am so accountable. I am all in. This is such a big investment in myself. I'm not going to let myself down. And this is the result. We can see how it's happening. And so why am I sharing this is because we all know, we've all been there in a place where we're trying to save some money here and there, and we're trying to avoid the coaching, and we're trying to get the free tips on YouTube, and we're trying to, make our way through the pile of conflicting information on social media. And we're just trying to, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. Yet, what are we doing? We're just wasting our time. We're stalling. We're trying something, we're stopping. We're trying something, we're stopping. There is no consistency. There is no momentum. We're always making it so hard on ourselves. And this is what I called self-sabotage. You know that you will be so much better if you can hang on to someone's energy, to someone's light, to someone's momentum. Because from an energetic standpoint, it does create a vortex. It does make a difference. Did you hear the news? The Energy Upgrade coaching program just got a full facelift. That's right. I had been wondering, how can I give the woman in this coaching container even better, stronger, deeper transformations, even faster? How can we create a tribe, a true community that will really support your transformation? And I think I've finally been able to crack the code on exactly that. In the Energy Upgrade Coaching, the new generation, this program is really designed for women who are wanting to heal their body, who are needing and wanting to reclaim their energy, who also are wanting to reconnect with their body, get out of their heads, and listen to their intuition a little bit more so that they can reconnect with their purpose, with their power. So this program is nothing short of extraordinary. We have incredible transformations, and it's now available over 4 months at a more affordable price so that you can actually decide to stay in the energy upgrade as a lifestyle support. It's really there to hold you, to make sure that you have all the tools, all the answers to your questions so that you can really transform at the speed of light. The doors are currently open. If you're curious to learn more and if you're wondering whether this program could help you with some of your symptoms or some of your goals, please let's connect. You can always book a free connect call with myself so we can discuss what are your goals, what is your current situation, and could this be a solution to help you get unstuck? I look forward to connect with you, and I will include the link in the show notes to the Energy Upgrade New Generation details. I hope to see you there. I also want to say, and I know this is confronting for a lot of people to say that, maybe your family or maybe your friends are not your expanders, but trust me, it doesn't mean you don't love them. You absolutely love them and respect them. But for your business goals or maybe for your personal health goals, they're not the right people simply because they don't have the expertise. They are not 2 steps away ahead of you. And so why would you take advice? Why would you share with people that are actually maybe behind you? Makes no sense, right? Makes no sense. Yet, why are we hesitating to invest in ourselves all the time? This goes back to radical responsibility. Are you ready? Is the time now? And what about the cost of you not doing anything, trying, stopping, trying something else, stopping again, and not being consistent? What is the cost of that? We're arriving towards the end of 2023. When you're looking back at the year, how are you feeling? Are you feeling proud of what you've accomplished? Are you feeling like, I'm pretty much at the same place? Are you feeling like maybe you've even slipped down? You have to take responsibility for this. And we can't just point our fingers. We can't just have a victim mindset. At the end of the day, every single human on this planet is having highs and lows. We all go through hardships. They come in different shapes and forms. I get it. But we all go through difficult times. What sets you apart is how you pick yourself back up. And trust me, to do that, you have to have the right people in your immediate circle. You have to let your energy, your influence, your thoughts, your frequency being influenced by the right people. And if you are working right now on a big dream, if you have maybe a big goal that you want to crush, maybe it's for 2024, maybe it's for right now, maybe it's for Q4 to end the year strong. Do me a favor. Don't share it with everybody. Be very selective who you share your dreams with. Again, this is not coming from a place of judgment, but just really be clear. Acknowledge who are the people that have the capacity to not only receive this dream, but also support you and move you forward. Not everybody does, because big dreams are very confronting for people who don't have them. And that's okay, because not all of us are here in this lifetime to be shakers and movers. And that's okay. Now, find the people that are in the same frequency as you, if not ahead. Align with them, and you will reach these goals in no time at all. And that is really, for me, it's such a pleasure. It's such an honor. It's such a joy to be the expender for my clients, because I know when you're trying to heal or when you're trying to grow your business, it is hard to find these people around you that will, especially in our immediate environment, it's hardly impossible to find the people that will get it and that will push us to reach those new heights. So if you're at a point where you're like, I need to take a hard look. Who are my expenders? Maybe decide for 2024, you're going to intentionally select who you're letting into your sphere, who you're letting your influenced being impacted by. This is very important. Okay. So this was really what I wanted to come and share today, because when I discussed that during Biohack Your Energy, the comments were on fire, the chat was on fire, and everybody was like, wow, I always thought my mom was my expender, or my best friend from high school was my expender, and I never really understood why they couldn't celebrate or they couldn't cheer me on. Again, it's nothing on you necessarily, but often it's reflecting or mirroring back to them something they haven't been able to see for themselves. Sometimes they haven't been able to dream that big for themselves, and that is really intimidating for them. And that is just the human nature. There's nothing wrong about them. It's just we love to be on a plane, to feel leveled with the people that we're speaking with. And so often to do that, they will bring you down, not in a mean way, but just say, are you sure? Are you sure it's a good idea? They might burst your bubble. Like, are you sure you're strong enough to do this? Are you sure you're going to have enough money for this? Are you sure that's a good idea? Do you think the timing is right? They will come and plant self-doubt. Now, you don't need self-doubt to be added. You already have it to begin with. We are our own worst enemy. So let's stop the self-sabotage. Go on and intentionally decide who are you going to be impacted, and who are you going to be impacted by? Who are you wanting to be influenced by? And this will, I promise you, 10x your results, if not more. Plus, guess what? Not only are you going to save time, but you're also going to save money. Think about the number of things that you stop, try, purchase, you never fully finish. Think about, just open your cupboards. Just look at the amount of maybe things you bought to try to fix you, to try to fix your health. The number of small courses and memberships you've done to try to move the needle, yet you still are here. Nothing has changed. Why? Because you didn't have that accountability, that guidance, that expender vision for expansion. So look for that. Look wisely, choose wisely, be very selective. And I think that if you do that alone, if you just surround yourself with the right people, if you put yourself in the containers where maybe you feel the smallest, you will grow at the speed of light. And that, my friend, is really what I'm hoping for you. Not only, I don't want you to wait until January 2024. I want you to start thinking about this stuff right now because it matters. It really does. And not only does it matter for you, but it matters to the example you set to your kids, to the momentum you create in your family, to your leader posture. It impacts everything, your relationship, your finances, your abundance, all of it. So look at it straight on. Don't be afraid. And maybe hold some of those dreams a little bit closer. You don't need to spill the beans during the holiday dinner. Maybe just keep the mystery. Say you're working on something exciting, and leave it at that. You don't need to share all the details. Now, let me know if this episode resonated with you. Let me know if you needed to hear this. Find me in my DMs or just hit reply when you get the newsletter announcing this episode. Let me know because this helps me to make sure that the content I'm bringing you every week is resonating, is helping you move forward. Because if there's one reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is to hold the light for you, to inspire you, to show you that it's possible. Because when women are healing themselves, when women are on their rise, I always say they bring so many people along with them. And it starts right at home with their children. And that brings me so much joy to know that we can actually model to our kids the change that we want to see in this world, because it can be a scary place sometimes, let's face it. So let's model, let's show them what we want to see in this world so they can be also this example. Thank you again. I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and I can't wait to see you for another episode of the Energy Upgrade next Tuesday. Bye for now. The information shared on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't provide any medical advice. Vanessa Grutman does not cure, diagnose, or treat disease. Please consult your physician before trying any new protocol or product.